Good morning, good afternoon. Jeremy Jakes, Vice President of Sales here with the Trembley Group, and I'm here with one of our top CCSs, Charles Everham. CCS stands for Client Care Specialist. Chuck, why don't you tell them a little bit about what you do here?
Well, it's a really exciting environment. First and foremost, you have some of the most amazing mentors and a great training program in place to help become either the top client care specialist or real estate professional along the Grand Strand. The best part about our job here is we get to change lives every day. We have the largest lead generation account with Zillow and Realtor. So as a client care specialist, you're required to get in contact with clients within the first 30 seconds to a minute. And just imagine how amazing that is if that were you on the client end who was receiving that phone call so quickly with amazing service. That's what we do here as a client care specialist. And then in the transition of that, we really dig deep with our clients to get a good understanding of how we can best serve them and then transition them to an amazing agent or a vice president of sales such as Jeremy Jenks.
So to break it down for some of you, if maybe you're not in the real estate industry, we have inbound leads that are coming in from Zillow and Realtor.com, and we do have one of the largest accounts in the area. And so when that lead comes in, the typical realtor response time in the national average is like 44 hours, right?
Unbelievable.
What are people doing in 44 hours? Who knows, but they're not in front of their computer. So these guys will get in touch with that inbound lead like instantly and have that conversation, and so we can further and help the client. We also do outbound lead prospecting.
Yep.
What other kind of calls do you guys make?
Well, that's a good question.
Database calls?
Yeah. Yes, I was just going to say, there's a lot of other stuff that is, incorporated with the client care specialist, role. Another thing that you really have to do is you're in close communication with all the agents in the company, vice president of sales, as well as all of our full-time listing and as well as buyer's agents. And what we do is we make sure that we're in close communication with all their nurtures and watches in our database. That's people that are purchasing roughly 30 days to maybe about 2 years out, so that we can really stay in close communication, start to narrow down some homes, and then when they are ready to make that move, make it the easiest transition as possible for them.
Let me ask you this, Charles. Sorry to interrupt you, but
that's okay.
What are your long-term goals?
Well, my long-term goals is I would love to be, one of the top training and business development, professionals along the Grand Strand, as well as in the country. And this company really allows us to do that. I'm sure you can definitely explain a little bit of insight on, how we, discussed how we could possibly get there very quickly here.
Absolutely. And so one of your next steps is to become an agent. Do you feel like what you've learned in the CCS program would basically allow you to step right in with all the necessary skills?
Well, not necessarily just from the client care specialist. I think it's like we were discussing, is an amazing training ground, to get somebody started in the real estate business. Definitely can create an amazing career out of it. But if you also wanted to become a real estate professional in the future, client care specialist then is a great stomping ground, great training ground. But also, I think for me to develop into becoming a top listing agent, continue to work side by side with you, is an amazing opportunity for myself, as well as a lot of, other potential individuals who are very interested in these type of opportunities.
Absolutely. So the reason I mention it is I wanted you guys to hear a little bit about Chuck and the path that he's on. But if you've thought about getting into real estate and just haven't been able to figure out, like you've heard things like, oh, you're only going to sell 2 houses in your first year or whatever, which that's a load of baloney. But you've heard those things, or maybe you don't have 6 months of salary saved up where you want to cut the cord and go on to all commission. The CCS program is a great way to start off with a salary plus bonus type of position and learn all the necessary skills and then get right off into sales and already have a lead bank going for yourself. So if you or somebody you know is interested in joining our CCS team, we are currently hiring. Please reach out, click on one of the links below, or you can email me personally, Jeremy, Jeremy, @thetrembleygroup.com.
Thank you guys so much, and have a great day.